Hey everyone, today we've got a fresh update on Lauren Sanchez, and big shout out to my producer for this amazing graphic, because we are absolutely buzzing over here. You know me, I like to see things from a different angle, and I'm not here to throw shade at Lauren Sanchez or Jeff Bezos. Yeah, sure, they're incredibly wealthy, like hundreds of billions kind of wealthy, and maybe a little out of touch with the everyday world. But what's fascinating is how they own it. They don't pretend to be anything they're not. When you see Lauren and Jeff together, it's like watching two playful cartoon characters always in sync, blowing kisses, waving together, dressed almost like twins. And honestly, they seem completely, madly in love. But here's the real story. Lauren Sanchez knows how to work her magic. You can't deny it. She's got this way of making powerful men fall into her spell, making them hang on every word, completely captivated by her energy. There's this clip going viral right now, Lauren interviewing Bill Clinton back when she was a host on Extra. You remember Extra, right? That celebrity and pop culture show? This clip shows Lauren in her element, smart, charming, and yes, totally confident. Watch how she makes Bill Clinton feel like the most important man in the world. It's that effortless mix of eye contact, body language, and just the right amount of interest. You know, the kind of moves that make you think she could take over any room. Many people online are saying Lauren knows exactly what she's doing. She doesn't try too hard, but she knows how to lean in, lean back, make someone feel special, even if it's just for a moment. And honestly, she looks incredible in that clip, radiant and confident. Some say her style and look have evolved since she started moving in circles with the Kardashians. You've probably seen those photos from the lavish wedding in Venice, where she mingled with the biggest names in the world. And let's be real, she knows how to flirt. My producer and friends say she reminds them of their own wild nights out, working the room, knowing just what to say, how to say it, and when to smile. That's a skill that's helped her climb to the top, no doubt. Lauren wasn't handed anything. She hustled hard, worked smart, and built her own path. Now she's married to a man with nearly $200 billion, the owner of Amazon, one of the most powerful people on the planet. Did she know what she was doing? Absolutely. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes society loves to drag women down who aim high, who use their talents and charm to succeed. Some call her a social climber, a gold digger. But come on, Jeff Bezos isn't some clueless billionaire being played. He's a mastermind who knows exactly what he's doing, and if he lets Lauren into his life and trusts her, that's his choice. And speaking of showing off wealth, Lauren's been spotted carrying a tiny rare Dior bag that's worth over $15,000. Yes, you heard that right, $15,000 for a bag no bigger than your palm. People are buzzing about it, calling it excessive, especially when so many people are struggling. But Lauren and Jeff, they're not trying to be relatable. They live in a world of their own yachts, private jets, film parties on the water. They own that lifestyle unapologetically. Lauren's fashion game is on point, seen in a bold Roberto Cavalli gown with vibrant colors, heels that make a statement, and that tiny Dior bag that's making waves online. It's a bold declaration. This is who I am. They aren't pretending to be one of us, and maybe that's okay. They're just being themselves, fully and freely. Some people might not like it, but Lauren Sanchez has played the game her way, from a hardworking woman with her own business to a global power player. She's a woman in her 50s who met one of the richest men in the world, won his heart, and now stands beside him as an equal partner. We'll keep tracking their story because it's one of the most fascinating journeys in today's world of love, money, and power. Before we wrap, a quick shout out to Kris Jenner, yes, the Kardashian matriarch. Remember when we talked about her transformation? She's still going viral with her stunning look, all thanks to a combination of plastic surgery, makeup, and some serious editing. At nearly 70, she's defying aging in a way that's got everyone talking. It just goes to show, whether it's Lauren Sanchez or Kris Jenner, behind every headline is a story of ambition, reinvention, and confidence. And hey, it's a reminder that beauty and success take many forms, sometimes fueled by talent, sometimes by opportunity, and sometimes by a bit of both. Let's rewind a little and dive deeper into who Lauren Sanchez really is. Born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lauren was never someone who settled for ordinary. She had a fire inside her, a hunger to rise, to shine, to make a mark. From the very start, she chased big dreams. She didn't just want to be another face on TV. She wanted to be the one everyone noticed. Lauren built her career step by step in the fast-paced, cutthroat world of Los Angeles television. She was a reporter for Extra, co-hosted Good Day LA, and even took center stage as the very first host of So You Think You Can Dance. The spotlight loved her, and she loved it right back. She had charm, wit, and a presence that made people listen. But there's more to Lauren than just lights and cameras. She discovered a passion for flying, not just any flying, but piloting helicopters. That's right, she earned her pilot's license and started her own aerial filming company called Black Ops Aviation. When you've seen those breathtaking helicopter shots in movies or commercials, chances are Lauren was the one behind the controls, soaring high above the world. Her personal life was no less public or dramatic. She had a son with NFL star Tony Gonzalez, then married Patrick Whitesell, one of Hollywood's most powerful talent agents. Together, they had 2 kids, and Lauren found herself walking the tightrope of Hollywood's elite, fully immersed in its glamour and power plays. Those who knew her then say Lauren was never afraid to go after what she wanted. She was a woman with clear goals and the courage to pursue them. She mastered her image, crafting it with the precision of someone who knew how to win both on camera and off. So here we stand with 2 worlds, Jeff Bezos and his quiet, private, tech giant marriage, and Lauren Sanchez, the dazzling media star, with a fierce ambition and a taste for the high life. 2 very different lives destined to collide. And collide they did. Their worlds first crossed in 2016 at a glitzy Amazon Studios party for the film Manchester by the Sea. At that moment, Lauren was still married to Patrick Whitesell, and Jeff was still with Mackenzie Scott, 2 powerful couples mingling under the same roof, unaware that their lives were about to change forever. What sparked the connection? It wasn't just the parties or the Hollywood glamour. It was something deeper, a shared passion for the sky. By 2018, Jeff Bezos had hired Lauren's company to film aerial shots for Blue Origin, his space exploration project. He was building rockets to touch the stars, and Lauren was capturing the breathtaking views from above. What started as business quickly turned personal. Secret meetings, private helicopter flights, and a flood of intimate text messages painted a picture of a romance that was impossible to hide. The problem? They were both still married. And their spouses, Patrick and Mackenzie, were reportedly friends attending parties together, even photographed side by side. But behind the scenes, a secret was taking flight, a romance that would soon shake the foundations of their lives. The story now takes us deeper into the world of Lauren Sanchez, the woman behind the headlines, the rumors, and the scandals. People began to ask, who is she really? Is she a brilliant woman who found love by chance, or is she a calculated operator? With a plan to climb to the very top, whispers started to spread from former friends and colleagues who described Lauren as a master of manipulation, someone who used charm and seduction like weapons to get what she wanted. One voice that stood out was Alana Zabel, a former friend and yoga instructor, who claimed Lauren wasn't about real connections, but about creating an illusion so perfect it fooled everyone. According to Alana, Lauren used everything from carefully chosen outfits to staged moments to control how the world saw her. This was not just image management, it was a finely tuned act, a performance designed to win power and control over the men around her. And the public who watched in awe. The accusations didn't stop there. In 2024, Alana filed a lawsuit accusing Lauren of stealing her idea for a children's book called Dharma Kitty Goes to Mars. Lauren allegedly published a strikingly similar book titled The Fly Who Flew to Space. This was no accident, said Alana, but a jealous act driven by personal revenge. Other reports painted Lauren as ruthless in her climb to success. There were stories of rivalry, sabotage, and reputations ruined all to get ahead, even in the competitive world of aviation. One scientist claimed Lauren ruined her career just to protect her own ambitions. When you put these pieces together, a picture emerges of a woman who didn't stumble into a billionaire's life, but planned her way, and she used her connections, her marriage to a powerful talent agent, and her passion for flying as tools to get close to Jeff Bezos. From that angle, the whole romance looks like a carefully executed campaign where seduction was a weapon and ambition was the driving force. But here is the catch. Nearly all these serious accusations come from anonymous sources. Angry ex-friends and tabloid stories. No court has ever proven Lauren guilty of fraud, theft, or criminal behavior. Supporters say Lauren is simply a strong, ambitious woman who refuses to be kept in the shadows. She built a successful career before Jeff, and she's a skilled pilot and savvy businesswoman who earned her place at the top. Maybe this is a story of two powerful people falling in love, messy, complicated, but real, whatever. The truth, Lauren and Jeff have created a new kind of power couple, one that blends quiet influence with dazzling glamour. They are building an empire together, and the world is watching. Stay tuned, because the next chapter is about how this new empire rose from the ashes of scandal and how Lauren Sanchez became more than just a billionaire's wife. She became a force all her own. As the smoke of scandal began to clear, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez did not disappear. Instead, they stepped forward, boldly transforming themselves from gossip fodder into a global power couple. Their lives now a dazzling blend of luxury, fame, and influence. Super yachts glittering under sunlit skies, exclusive parties where the world's most powerful mingled, and red carpet moments that flashed across every screen. The quiet tech billionaire had evolved into someone new, a man reshaped by love, ambition, and reinvention. And Lauren Sanchez was no longer just the woman by his side, she was a partner in every sense. She took on a major role in his charity work, especially the Bezos Earth Fund, speaking passionately about causes that mattered, and standing with him in boardrooms and on stage, sharing their vision for the future together. Their bond was not just personal, it was a merger of empires, a fusion of power, money, and culture, a new kind of couple who ruled both business and society with equal force. In June of 2025, they made their union official with a wedding that stunned the world, a lavish multi-day celebration on a private Venetian island attended by celebrities, business titans, and royalty. The guest list read like a who's who of influence, from Bill Gates to Oprah, from Leonardo DiCaprio to Tom Brady, and yes, even the Kardashians flown in on dozens of private jets, the cost estimated in the tens of millions, and the spectacle impossible to ignore. Some critics called it an ostentatious display, but to Lauren and Jeff, it was a statement, a declaration of their place in the world and the beginning of a new chapter. But with all the glitter, there remained the question that no one could answer. Was this all part of a billion-dollar seduction, a plan executed with precision, or was it a messy, beautiful love story written by two people who dared to fly higher than anyone else? The truth lies somewhere in the gray area, between ambition and affection, between strategy and emotion. Lauren Sanchez is a woman who knows what she wants, and she reached for it with everything she had. Jeff Bezos is a man who found someone who matches his energy and vision. Together, they are rewriting the rules of love and power. And as they continue to soar, we the world watch with fascination, wondering what comes next. So what do you think? Was this a calculated scheme, or the real thing, a billion-dollar seduction, or a genuine connection? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines. This is just the beginning. A dazzling multi-day celebration on a private island in Venice, Italy. Imagine the glittering waters, the ancient stone buildings, and the brightest stars from every corner of the globe gathered to witness this moment. The guest list read like a who's who of power and fame: Bill Gates, Oprah, Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Brady, the Kardashians, all flown in on nearly 100 private jets. The price tag? Rumored to be between $10 and $50 million. But this event wasn't just about luxury or money. It was a show of force, a message that Lauren Sanchez was no longer just a partner behind the scenes. She was front and center. Draped in a custom Dolce & Gabbana gown, she wasn't just a bride. She was a queen, claiming her place beside one of the richest men in history. But behind the glamour, there was a storm of opinions. Critics called it staged, a flashy display of power meant to silence whispers and prove that Lauren was in control. Others saw it as a natural celebration of love and success, a new chapter in a story that had captivated the world. What's clear is that this wedding marked a turning point. From that day forward, Lauren was no longer just Jeff Bezos' other half. She was a co-pilot in every sense. She stepped fully into the spotlight, joining him on red carpets at Fashion Week, attending charity galas, and vacationing with Hollywood's elite. She took a lead role in philanthropic efforts like the Bezos Earth Fund, speaking at events and showing the world a new face of generosity and purpose. But perhaps most striking of all was their shared passion for space. Lauren didn't just support Jeff's dream of reaching the stars, she became part of it. She took part in Blue Origin's first all-female spaceflight, making history not as a passenger but as a pioneer. This was a woman who had always dreamed big, and now she was literally reaching for the heavens alongside the man she married. And their marriage? It's not just a union of two people, but a merger of two empires. Jeff's quiet tech power combined with Lauren's dazzling media savvy and Hollywood connections created a force unlike any other. Together, they wield influence not just in boardrooms, but in culture and conversation. They are shaping ideas, changing narratives, and building a new kind of legacy. Some say this is the new face of power, the merging of wealth and charisma, a modern dynasty built on ambition and partnership. But no story is without its questions. Was Lauren Sanchez the architect of this empire all along? Was she the mastermind, behind the scenes using charm and strategy to win the world's richest man? Or was this simply two strong people finding each other and building something real amidst the chaos? The truth is probably somewhere in between. What we do know is this story challenges old ideas about love, power, and ambition. It asks us to reconsider what it means to be a partner, what it means to be a woman in a world where money and influence collide. Lauren Sanchez's journey is not just about romance or scandal, it's about breaking molds and rewriting the rules of what success can look like. So as you watch this unfold, ask yourself what you believe. Was this a calculated rise to the top or a messy, passionate love story that just happens to involve billions of dollars? Either way, the impact is undeniable. Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos have changed the game, and we are all witnesses to a new kind of power couple, one that flies higher and shines brighter than ever before. Stay tuned for part 4, where we'll dive into the drama behind the scenes, the lawsuits, the betrayals, and the media battles that kept this story alive and sizzling long after the cameras stopped rolling. If you're hooked, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss a single moment of this unforgettable journey behind the dazzling lights and glamorous headlines. There was another side to this story, a battle fought in courtrooms and behind closed doors, a war of words and wills that revealed just how high the stakes really were. As Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez took center stage as a global power couple, the shadows grew longer. Lawsuits flew like arrows. Accusations of betrayal, theft, and manipulation filled the headlines, and whispered rumors that refused to die. One of the most dramatic moments came from a former friend and yoga instructor, Alana Zabel, who shocked the world by filing a lawsuit accusing Lauren of stealing the idea for a children's book. She claimed a story she once shared about a cat going to Mars was taken and turned into Lauren's own book about a flag going to space. But this was more than a simple copyright battle. It was a clash of personalities, old friendships torn apart by jealousy and rivalry. Zabel painted Lauren as a woman who would do anything to protect her carefully crafted image, and climb even higher no matter who she hurt along the way. Though the lawsuit was dropped and then refiled, it kept the spotlight on Lauren's ambition and the question of just how far she would go. The drama didn't stop there. Behind the scenes, Lauren's own brother Michael Sanchez was accused of leaking intimate texts and photos to the press, a betrayal that cut deep and sparked a fierce legal battle. Michael denied some accusations and claimed he only wanted to protect his sister's story, but the damage was done and the media frenzy intensified. Suddenly, what was once a private love story was front-page news filled with scandal, intrigue, and family conflict. But through all this, Lauren stood strong. She refused to be defined by rumors or lawsuits. Instead, she showed the world a new side of herself, a woman not afraid to fight back and claim her place at the top. From flying in the first all-female Blue Origin spaceflight to leading philanthropic efforts, she rebuilt her reputation and shaped a new image, not just a partner but a leader, a trailblazer, and a force to be reckoned with. And as Jeff and Lauren's story unfolded, it became clear this wasn't just about two people falling in love. It was about power dynamics in the modern age, about how ambition and influence mix and sometimes clash in the harsh light of public scrutiny. It's a story that challenges us to look beyond the surface and ask difficult questions about loyalty, honesty, and the price of success. So as this saga continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the story of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos is far from over. It's a tale filled with highs and lows, surprises and revelations, and it's a powerful reminder that behind every headline lies a human story, complicated, messy, and impossible to ignore. Stay with us for the final part, where we'll pull back the curtain completely and explore what this story really means for the future of love, power, and ambition in a world that never stops watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the truth behind the headlines. Now that we've seen the highs and the lows, the love and the battles, the weddings and the lawsuits, it's time to step back and ask the question that hangs over this entire story like a shadow: what does it all really mean? Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos are more than just names in a headline. They are symbols of a new world where power, money, love, and ambition collide in ways we've never seen before. Is this a tale of a brilliant woman who saw an opportunity and took it? A woman who refused to be invisible or confined to a role behind the scenes? Or is it a story of genuine connection, two people finding each other against all odds in a messy, imperfect world? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's neither. Maybe the truth lives somewhere in that messy gray space where ambition and affection blur. What this story does is force us to rethink what we believe about love and power, especially when billions of dollars are involved. It challenges old stereotypes about women who succeed and asks if we are ready to accept a new kind of partnership, one where both people shine equally and unapologetically. Lauren Sanchez did not wait for her story to be written for her. She grabbed the pen and began writing it herself. Whether you see her as a master strategist or a woman who simply followed her heart, you cannot deny the impact she's had on the world around her. She's rewriting the rules and inviting us all to reconsider what it means to rise. So here's the final thought for you, the viewer. Maybe the most important part of this story isn't about who won or who lost, but about how the game is changing. About how ambition, love, and power can intertwine in surprising ways. And about how in today's world the women who dare to fly higher aren't just passengers, they are pilots. Thank you for joining me on this journey through one of the most captivating stories of our time. If this story moved you, if it made you think, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you really believe happened here. Until next time, keep watching, keep questioning, and keep soaring.
This video covers legal allegations in a news context. All claims are from official filings and no guilt is implied until proven in court. Please keep all discussions respectful. Allegations are not facts until proven in court.